Alright guys, I got myself a new app. I had already interviewed the CEO and creator of this app, and he is a sponsor in full disclosure, but all that being said, this thing is really cool. I think there's a lot of promise and potential for it, and that's called Praxey. P-R-A-X-E-Y, based on Praxology. What I'm doing, we did the interview first, but what I want to do is a Cappy the Horror Force segment to explain to what what it is, do it a good justice, and then for any of you who might want to use it, either on the money-making end or consuming it as a customer of Praxey. Alright, you go to your little Google store or the iStore on your phone. It is predominantly cell phone based. You'll set up an account. It's just easiest to do it through your cell phone. So you're going to set it up through there. You download the app. You get username, password, and then you provide a credit card information. You say, why am I going to provide credit card information? That's because it's a paid service. That's how they make money. And basically, it allows me to take this thing, like you're on the road or whatever, you don't have a computer, and then all of a sudden, say you got to Skype with somebody. Or say you got to, you have to FaceTime with someone, but for whatever reason, the relationship dynamics between the person is customer-client. Not like you're Facebooking or face-chatting or Skyping with friends, but like, for example, with me, Asshole Consulting, let's say you want to do Asshole Consulting. I say, okay, you want to Skype, well, it's $200 an hour, because I got to sit down and all that. But if I'm out on the road, I have a cheaper Praxey. It's like you Skype or you Praxey. I will Praxey at, what am I doing, $120 an hour? I do $2 a minute because it's a 1-900 kind of horror-sounding thing. Yeah, $2 a minute. So for $120 an hour, you needed to talk to me for whatever reason. You download the Praxey app, you install whatever, you set up your credit card account, and you should be able to search me and say, okay, there's Asshole Consulting. It's not under Aaron Clear, it's called under Asshole Consulting. And you call me, and boom, it comes up on my phone. Me and the CEO did this. We did a trial run, and it works perfectly. It's wonderful. I mean, certainly there are going to be bugs going forward, but our trial run worked. So I will usually have this thing with me all the time, obviously. And I want, if for whatever reason you have a question, it dispenses with the formalities of sending in an email question through Asshole Consulting. You just call me on Praxey. You Praxey me. I'll look at it. Already you're going to be paying a lot of people, oh, what if I want to? Well, you're not going to be spoofing me because you're paying a shit ton of money. But if you had an emergency crisis thing, you had some question, you needed my help, you're on a date, you're whatever reason, all right, you need to contact me and get my wisdom, and you don't want to bother sending an email, you don't want to go to Asshole Consulting, you can just do through Praxey as well. So just search Asshole Consulting on Praxey. Now, for other users, people who would be on the money receiving end, you would not be the customer, you would be not the client, you'd be the provider of information or wisdom or whatever. This is also very good for those of you who are in IT, tradesmen, auto mechanics, or let's say you're like my IT buddy. I was like, oh my gosh, I got this problem with my computer. Now, and this just happened last week. I had to have my buddy, his name is also Aaron, came all the way over to fix this computer because I was like, I don't have time to troubleshoot. This is the girl's computer. I have shit going on. I don't have time. I'm like, bring him out here. He'll work for beer. Okay, so he works cheap for friends. But it took him an hour of his time driving back and forth and fixing the thing when all he had to do was look at it. We show him with the cell phone, and he could have just said, oh yeah, you gotta update the drivers or rededicate something or whatever the fuck it was that he did, he fixed it. He would have saved a ton of time. He would have made a lot more money. We would have saved a lot of time. We would have saved because we had to buy him a high-end beer, that rat bastard. My point is this. Whether you are the entrepreneur or whether you be a user of this, it's worth downloading this, installing it, so you can make a little bit of scratch on the side, or if you wanted to talk to your fan, you can talk to your fans, but if you want to talk to, what is the opposite of fan? The celebrity, I hate to use that word, but micro-internet celebrity. If you want to chat with the old captain, yeah, you can. You could pay me a shit ton of money. I'll chit-chat with you because it's your dime, especially if I'm out on the road and I got my cell phone with me and you don't want to go through the Asshole Consulting thing. If you got an emergency question, you don't have time to send an email to Asshole Consulting. You don't have time for me to send you a quote. You're already bought and paid for when you call on this thing. I say, hey, what's going on? What's your problem? It's like emergency asshole consulting. That's what it is. It's emergency asshole consulting. That's brilliant. I love that. I got to add that to the site then. Oh, shit, I do have to add that to the site. Now there's more shit to do. Anyway, so for those of you, just download it. I mean, it doesn't cost you anything to download and install it on your phone, either whether you're a provider or a consumer of this. But it's a real slick thing. I also said before, if you happen to be a cute girl, you can say, well, you don't have to call, you don't want to give out your number, you just want the guy's money. Let's just be honest. And you say, well, yeah, I'll Praxey with you for, $1 an hour. You young, cute girls can make a shit ton of money because men are desperate and thirsty and pathetic. They'll pay. They will pay. Right? You won't get anything in, oh my God, she's talking to me on the phone. Oh. Whereas I'm like, you're on what kind of date? And she just did what? Yeah, get the fuck out of there, dude. You're like, thank you, Captain Clary. So anyway, Praxey.com, you could go there. Once you set up a site through your phone, you set up an account, you install the app on your phone. You could go to the site and edit things and stuff like that. And so it has both the phone access and the internet access, but it's just easiest to do it through a phone because that's predominantly where it is to have access, emergency access, at least in my particular business model, to people that you need access to for a price. But then also, these young kids, these kids nowadays, they're always on this thing. They don't even know what a laptop is. And I really think that's going to be the future of the social media. I think that's where I hate to keep going to it, but young female beauty is the #1 commodity in the world. If you're a pretty girl and you got a lot of guys pining for your attention on the Instagram or Tinder, dude, get fucking Praxey and make these stupid boys pay. So, anyway, that's all we got. Check it out, Praxey.com, or go to your phone and just download it through the Google or iPhone store. We'll see you guys later. Toodles.